Let's head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
I was just wondering, why do the Browns' expectations have to be completely different than every other team in the NFL? Starting off with John Dorsey, we start off with not firing a head coach that went 1-31, and that set us back years. Now, we should not be worried about a coach that has accolades. We have a coach that has 2 awards for Coach of the Year, and he's a 500 coach, literally. We have to think that it's time to make a change. Let's say next year that we go 1-5. Stefanski's going to be booed out of town anyway, so we need to make a change.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Quincy, and again, I get why people are talking about making changes. Every time you make a change, you reset the type of players that you want. That's the problem. That's how you get to 1-31, because you change so many times. Every time you change, you set things back.
And let's be honest about it. The caller made a point about why are we operating on a different bar than other teams, but think about what other successful teams don't do. They don't fire their coach simply because they have a 500 record. I mean, Kyle Shanahan has close to a 500 record as a head coach, has had as many losing seasons as winning seasons in his time in San Francisco. Does that mean that the 49ers should be reactionary and fire him? Because if he starts 1-5 next year, you're going to have to fire him anyway, right? The way to build a successful football franchise is not to be reactionary about it, right? Is to be patient, is to feel like you have competent people in charge. Let those people do their jobs. And yes, sometimes you're going to get good years. Sometimes you're going to get bad years, but you just got to kind of ride it out, because the continuity tells you that that's more important for developing players. And nothing screams to me that Kevin Stefanski is incompetent. Where is the evidence that Kevin's incompetent? With Freddie Kitchens, there was evidence that there was incompetence there, right? Hugh Jackson, there was massive evidence that there's incompetence there. Does Kevin call every play that you want him to call? No, but that's not incompetence. This is a disagreement on what to do on the play, right? So, yeah, 2 coach of the years, that tells me that dude's a competent coach. He's good at his job. His peers seem to think so. The players in that locker room seem to think so. So why would you fire a guy like that just for what? What are you going to gain from it? Just a restart? Draft some new guys who are new to the system, and then spend 5 more years trying to restart? You didn't reset, you didn't set the Browns back 5 years by not firing Hugh Jackson that 1 year. You set the Browns back a couple of years by hiring Freddie Kitchens instead of Kevin Stefanski when they were both up for the same job in 2019. Hire the right guy. That's it. Once you got that guy in place, you let it rock, and you roll through some of the bad years and you roll through some of the good years. But the continuity part is just so much more important than I think people give it credit for. And if you just keep firing these guys, yeah, we could do that. We did that for 20 years, and look where it took the Browns. This is why the bar is so damn low here.
Yeah. Again, you when you change coaches, you change the type of players you're after, so you have to reshuffle the entire roster.